with people like Elon Musk. He is putting people in these positions that people know and that can sell his policies. So whatever he does, there are going to be people who are able to go out into the manosphere, into podcasts, on cable news, and talk about it in a way that people will relate to. And I think that's what he's up to.
So people will relate to. Max, can we talk about RFK Jr.? Cory Booker, Senator Cory Booker, says he's got concerns about RFK Jr. I'm sure related to his, past history of deep vaccine skepticism and, inaccurate pushing of the disproven theory that autisms and vaccines are linked. But Cory Booker does not rule out supporting RFK Jr., okay? And he praises his views on part on healthy eating. Now, obviously, this weekend we saw RFK on the plane. And, I say this partly chuckling because he's got this, grimace on his face. If you actually zoom in on him, he looks absolutely horrified. Speaker Johnson did say he ate it. But Senator Booker's point of view, though, Max, is actually a serious one. And that is lifelong Democrat RFK Jr. has done a lot for the environment, has also this very serious issues with things like vaccines. But yet you've got Booker saying, I can see my way to approving this. Are a lot of Democrats going to follow suit?
Well, I think you're seeing some positive comments about RFK, interestingly enough, from Democrats, because, of course, many of them are looking for bipartisan moments. RFK is facing an incredible amount of opposition from the pro-life community. Mike Pence issued really harsh
because he's pro-choice.
Because he's pro-choice. But I really see the Democratic opposition centering around Matt Gaetz for very obvious reasons in terms of his criminal past and his absence of any moral code, but also the proposed Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, and the larger goals for the Defense Department, that they want to establish a purity test for all four-star generals, where they need to basically become political appointees and submit their loyalty to Donald Trump.
Right,
not
the
to
purity
the
being your loyalty to the president.
Absolutely, which would be not only really harmful to our national security, but also just a complete retraction from any way that we've ever conducted ourselves at that level. So that is my hope, that the party focuses on their opposition to that.
Governor Pawlenty, is there any one of these nominees that the Republicans shoot down when it actually comes to a vote?
I would be surprised if Matt Gaetz gets confirmed and becomes a secretary as proposed. I just don't think he's going to get through the process. I'm not even sure he's going to make it to the hearings based on the amount of stuff that's coming out by the day. So if I had to highlight one that's going to take a knee, it would be him.
All right. So, Lulu, now can we just talk here about Musk? I mean, I went through some of those headlines. I mean, it's extraordinary the amount of time they're spending together. First of all, Elon Musk is, obviously, he's a genius in his many ways. He's a very awkward person to be around personally. He doesn't like to be around people. And he's spending this extraordinary amount of time with Trump, who doesn't like to spend a lot of time around people who are getting more attention than he does.
Yeah.
And that's what this situation is.
So, first of all, where is J.D. Vance, who has completely disappeared? Like, Elon Musk has taken over the position of VP. And the fact is that what we're hearing is that Elon Musk wants to be seen as a co-president. Now, if there's one thing we know about Donald Trump, is there can only be one star of the show. He likes to have his supporting cast. He's casting them right now. But people get fired really fast. And Elon Musk is also someone who likes to be the star of his own show. So, I mean, I think at this point, this is a love fest. It's been very mutually beneficial for both of them to be seen together. But it's going to cause a lot of problems. This is, I think, the honeymoon period. Donald Trump is not in office yet. Elon Musk hasn't been tasked with gutting the federal bureaucracy yet. When all of that happens and the rubber hits the road, we'll see what happens. But I do not think that this is going to be an enduring relationship.
Governor Pawlenty, what do you think? Can I just go through some of these headlines again? Because they are kind of incredible. President Elon Musk, America elected Donald Trump, and it turns out Elon Musk too. Elon Musk is America's shadow president. Elon Musk set stage to act as Trump's co-president. Elon Musk has a new project to run Trump's government. Governor Pawlenty, how does all this turn out?
Well, I agree. You can only ultimately have one star of the show, and that star of the show is going to be Donald Trump because he has the power and the decision-making authority. However, whether this administration has Elon Musk for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, I'm in favor of him leaning in. He is innovative, he's inventive. And by the way, you don't get to be that level of creative and inventive without having some degree of eccentricity. And he is. He is a brilliant, eccentric genius. And if he throws out 100 ideas and some number of them are bad or ridiculous, so be it. But Trump campaigned on the notion that we're going to break the mold. We're not going to have traditional people, and having Elon Musk and some other people around that are mold breakers who aren't going to color inside the lines is actually, I think, a healthy thing for the federal bureaucracy. So,
Max, the question is, though, can Trump give him some of that space? I mean, Elon's having a lot of fun now. He's picking on every single government project out there. That's very different than actually taking one and tackling it and dealing with it. But, the Steve Bannon analogy here is relevant, right? When he got on the front of Time magazine as sort of the puppeteer behind Trump, that was the end.
Yeah, look, you can, I don't think you can buy Donald Trump permanently, but you certainly can rent him. And that's what we've seen here. This is a brash transaction where Elon put $100 million down and he gets to joyride the presidency for a bit. Donald Trump will undeniably kick him to the curb when he tires of him. And also when he sees that people are gravitating to Elon Musk, people are calling for meetings with Elon Musk, not with Donald Trump. But just the last point is that he has put Elon in charge of the biggest political liability imaginable, which is cutting the government. And that's going to piss everybody off. And he's going to move away from him really quickly.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Thank you all very much. I appreciate you. And next, the breaking news. The attorney whose client witnessed Gates having sex with her 17-year-old friend is up next with new details about the Gates investigation. Never before heard details here as Trump doubles down on Gates tonight.
Mr. President, are you reconsidering the nomination of Matt Gaetz?
No.
Plus, now or never, exclusive new reporting from the southern border, where Mexican cartels are urging migrants to storm the U.S. now, and Musk crying foul in the Pennsylvania Senate recount, accusing Democrats of trying to steal an election. So, what are the facts?